We are looking at here a fantastic example of late 13th, early 14th century wall painting. The design is a masonry pattern, so you have the outlines of masonry blocks drawn on, and then within that there's a flower and stem motif. So it's really a fantastic example of the type of decoration that you would have in a very high status building. The discovery was made as part of a wider scheme of works that were undertaken to investigate the history of the room. As part of the restoration of the room itself, the 1950s wall panelling was taken off and a wide range of plaster was discovered underneath. We undertook to remove some of that plaster in order to understand how the building had been put together, and as part of that, this section of wall painting was discovered. It's incredibly exciting and rare to actually find something like this, especially in a castle site like Durham, which has had so many centuries of change and alteration. So coming across this was really an exciting moment. You see some of these types of examples surviving more often in churches, in other parts of the country, but to have something like that surviving in a secular building and one that's as high status as Durham is really very exciting. As well as the discovery of the wall painting, we also had a range of other pieces that came to light. This included things like 15th century windows, which we think were then blocked up in the 16th century. As part of that blocking, we actually discovered a small fragment of oyster shell that had been jammed into the masonry, probably the lunch of one of the masons being sort of left in there when they're finishing off the work. And this is a great example of those really tangible objects that come across in archaeology that allows you to better understand the people just like us working several hundred years ago. As part of good archaeological and historic building practices, we undertook a range of different recording methods. So we hand drew all the sections, we photogrammed it and scanned it, as well as taking samples for scientific analysis later on. All of that enables us to know we've got as much information and detail as possible and then cover over the exposed areas for future generations.
So the work that I did was some standing building recording in this room. I was recording all the different sections between the panelling all around the room, and that's when we found the wall paint. I think it's really amazing to find this piece of wall art. You can really imagine what this room looked like when it was fully painted. To see something that's been hidden for hundreds of years is absolutely amazing. To think that you're the first person to see it in centuries is just absolutely fascinating.
My involvement in this discovery is we're doing recording of some stoneworks by section drawing on some of the panels in this room. Not many people do realise that we have such hidden history around there in college.
Well, there are very few universities that are part of a World Heritage Site and very few indeed that have an 11th century castle at their heart. It's a wonderful privilege to have a building of this complexity, of this status. It's an important building put up in the 1070s, along with a rash of others, but this is the northern frontier for the Norman conquest. Ongoing work on research work for the castle comes under the Castle Research Group. This is part of the Strategic Research Fund Heritage 360, which is a programme set up a couple of years ago within the university and is a big programme to look at how we think about heritage, not just from the historical or the archaeological, but involving our colleagues in science, our colleagues in the business school, in tourism, really to get a kind of holistic sense of how you think about heritage.
The next steps within the research will involve a lot of bringing together the different parts of information that we analysed and recorded and trying to amalgamate and synthesize them. We'll also have large aspects of scientific research undertaken, things like a thin sectioning through the plaster or looking to date some of the mortar fragments. And this will give us a really holistic understanding of how this room, as part of the wider castle complex, has changed over the centuries.